Guys, guess what today is? Today is the day of BlizzCon.
Yep, first day.
BlizzCon has come, so let's just jump.
Coming left.
It's coming.
Well, it's actually going on tomorrow.
I went to bed early last night, so I could.
So you could wake up and watch it?
No, it didn't start till noon at our time.
Oh,
but so I could go do work and then watch it.
Wait, it legit didn't start till noon?
Yeah,
Here.
it
started at 11 there.
I
But
totally
here.
could have joined in the participation.
Remember when I told you yesterday, hey, David, it actually starts at noon?
And
Does
then
that
you
change
said
anything? And you
You
said,
said
no,
it
that
doesn't change
help at
anything. Yeah, it doesn't help at all.
I was literally standing right next to you.
Oh well, whatever. I got a lot of work done. Let's talk about BlizzCon. Some big news came out, and the news that pertains to the Xbox and Xbox One. Let's start with Diablo 4. Diablo 4, it was announced. There was a cinematic trailer. There was some gameplay. Some details were announced. Jordan, why don't you go through the details of Diablo 4 first, and then after you go through the details, I'd like to get Mr. McSpicy's reaction in particular. But Jordan, go through details. Go ahead.
So detail number one, just to get this out of the way, it's not coming out anytime soon, like at all.
They were very specific.
Yeah, they said, by the way, it's not coming out soon. It's not even coming out Blizzard soon.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Oh, really? That's
and that was in the panel.
Yeah, wasn't even in the deep dive because all that stuff is tomorrow.
And
right?
what is Blizzard soon? A really long time.
Well,
ago.
StarCraft 2 was announced in 1999.
Oh,
yeah,
that's right.
and then it took until 2008
Yeah,
or 9 to come out.
wow.
Yeah, Blizzard soon is So it's going to be probably a decade till we see it.
So we don't know too much about basically what happened is they did the announcement trailer and then they showed us a gameplay trailer, which if you're watching us live, you're looking at right now. We do know a few things. They're going to do a deep dive tomorrow, which is know more in depth of systems and stuff like that.
Okay.
We do know that there's going to be. They've announced 3 characters.
Yes.
One is the Barbarian. Oh yeah,
Boom.
I play the Barbarian.
Well, they go through it on this.
The Barbarian is crunchy.
He's the Viking looking dude.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
He looks like he's
Oh, and
there.
there's
to
like the
beat
wizard?
down.
Oof.
There's the sorceress, which actually Mark usually plays the sorceress.
Yeah,
She has some crazy abilities as well. And then a new class, the Druid.
Which when they announced Druid, we were like, me and Jordan were like, huh.
Oh, yeah, interesting.
Jordan was like, it could be fun.
And then
they showed him.
Yeah, he turned into a bear.
He turned into a
Oh,
bear.
yeah, look at
and
this
then
right here. It's right here.
And then like a werewolf.
Oh,
So good.
yeah.
And I really like his little wolf friends that follow him around.
Yeah.
Another feature.
I like the vehicles too.
What we just saw right there.
They're called mounts.
Mounts. Sorry, I mean I call them vehicles.
And how you can dismount as a charge.
Yeah, that was cool.
They talked about that because they want to keep you in the action.
Yeah.
So another cool feature that they were talking about is if you've ever played Path of Exile, this Diablo, this next Diablo sounds like it's going to have similar systems to that. So it's going to be an online world.
Okay.
I mean, they did say you can play alone, so we'll see how that goes at launch.
And by online, sorry, to clarify, there are like towns that are social points of where people are just like Path of Exile.
Just like in Path of Exile. So if you go to a town, you'll see other people. You can trade with those other people, which is really cool. You can chat with them. You can inspect them. You can talk, build specs, all that stuff. The big thing is you can actually group up with them to do dungeons outside in the world and public events. And they did actually show one boss in a public event, and it showed a bunch of players fighting him. That's him right there if you're watching on stream. But it sounds really cool. And the other big feature, I just lost my train of thought. What was the other big feature, Mark?
Open world, new classes.
Oh, that was it. Open. They're going to do
not linear.
Yeah, you can do the campaign in. They said they said basically if you want to do the campaign you can, but then you can stop, do side stuff, do other stuff. It's not a linear thing. It sounds.
Yeah.
I don't want to necessarily say open world, but that's kind of what they said. So.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a 10,000-foot view. Now let's dive in. McSpicy, I want to get your initial thoughts and impressions on Diablo 4. What did you think with the announcement today?
Oh, they did a really good job at announcing it. They started off with the cinematic trailer, which I don't know if you've ever seen a Blizzard trailer when they actually try to do a trailer.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about no Hearthstone cutscenes.
Yeah.
Where it's like 3 frames per second. This looks gorgeous. We're watching it right now live. And while me and Jordan were watching it, I'm like, oh, is this Diablo 1? Because they haven't announced Diablo 4 at this point.
Sure.
You're looking at a church, and then there's a hole going underneath the church, which is what we're watching. We're watching right now. Yeah, see that hole, and I'm thinking, this is Diablo 1, you know?
We were thinking they were like remastered.
Like a remaster?
Yeah.
Which still would be cool.
Yeah.
Would be really cool.
Diablo 1 was really short compared to the other games. But they could do the same, Diablo 2 as well, with that same storyline, because it follows the same storyline with how Diablo works, or I guess the lore. But then we're trying to guess these characters that we're looking at now. The cinematic is awesome. Everybody go search Diablo 4 cinematic trailer just to see how good this looks.
It does suck you in right away. It's very intense.
Yeah.
Very immersive.
But you're getting excited, and throughout the video, it gets announced that it's Diablo 4. Mm-hmm. We're introduced to a new character. Am I okay to talk about the trailer?
Absolutely, of course.
Okay. Oh, the game's not coming out for like 10 years. So.
Okay, we're gonna talk about a new evil, and what's interesting is throughout this trailer there are symbols that designate 3, which I'm thinking the 3 prime evils, which is part of the lore of Diablo. But
everything was 3. He repeated 3 multiple
times, which I'm thinking. So are they going to reincarnate? Because how many times can you kill Diablo?
Oh yeah.
How many times? Can
3 technically for eternity.
Well, in Diablo 3, we didn't fight any of the prime evils, did we? I think we all fought the lesser evils.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I don't remember hearing about Lilith. That's the new.
Yeah, villain. I don't know. In fact, I was asking before the show: is she like Greek lore? What lore is she?
So
whatever she is,
and I learned this watching the panels.
Okay.
Apparently, she is the daughter of Malthael.
Oh, very good. You know who Malthael is, right?
Yes.
He, for those that don't know, he's the one that he was the archangel of something. Anyway, he was Death in Reaper of Souls. He became Death.
Okay.
Yeah, he controls basically the.
Well, and they do kind of announce that in her title because he says the daughter of hatred and death, right? Death and hatred or something like that.
So that's what they said, she was the daughter. She was the one who created Sanctuary. And Sanctuary is in this lore, it is their land. It's Earth.
Where the humans.
Yeah, and
so the moral realm.
That is said in the cinematic trailer. I think that's her son. I'm not sure. The guy that's
the bald dude?
The bald blue dude.
Yeah, I didn't know I didn't know who that was. But it's really exciting to get new lore in the Diablo universe. It's a very good universe. You spend a lot of time learning about the lore, right, and playing it. But initially, so my first initial thoughts are, I'm really excited. I love getting hyped for games that I've played in the past and sequels, and it looks good. It looks really good. When you look at the game, so we're looking at watching the cinematic trailer. We just watched the gameplay trailer. When you look at those heroes fight, for example, the barbarian, how heavy he hits, how he dives in and just takes hits, and then as he's building his fury or his, I never played barbarian.
It was fury.
It was fury. Okay,
fury, rage, whatever you want.
Yeah, the rage or whatever. He starts catching on fire. You couldn't do that in Diablo 2 days because the hardware couldn't handle the particle effects. But what I really noticed was like the druid. He would turn into a bear halfway through the animation.
Yeah.
So it's not just a flicker animation. They're taking a lot of care in
detail.
The detail in how the fights are taking place.
Well, what I noticed in that druid is when he switches, the lightning particle effects are happening all around him, and he's still casting with lightning. And when he switches back, and his weapon comes to his hand, and it's instant lightning. It's so good. It looks really good.
Looks really, really good. The sorceress, she has an ability. It looks like an ultimate ability. I don't know what it was, but she turned into a ball of lightning and killed everything. Yeah. Just flying around, killing everything.
Yeah.
I've noticed, like when in some of the not cutscenes, but in some of the footage they showed I think it was the barbarian walking down some steps, and the way his clothes moved, I have not seen in Diablo yet. You know what I mean? It's updated. It actually feels like a Diablo 4.
Yeah.
Instead of a Diablo 3 skin, which we'll get into Overwatch 2 later, which is kind of where the vibe I'm going with that. But I'm always excited for new toys, and this is Hopefully, I get to play it before I die.
So let me let me ask you about this before we go to Jordan, and I have some questions for Jordan. What was your thoughts and feelings on the tone? It seems very, very dark, in the vein of like Diablo 2 was super dark.
Yeah,
if not darker. Do you like that, or do you prefer?
Well, no, that's going back to the roots. You watch the first Diablo 1 opening cinematic. This is when I was a kid, and it was terrifying. It starts off with that crow, just sitting on that sign or whatever it is, and that game was very, very dark. Real quick, that game was about hell, which is all Diablo appearing underneath a church, and you go down the layers of that church, and you end up killing Diablo. Diablo 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. I've purchased that game probably 20 times in my life because I always got the itch to play it, and I never had the CDs. I always lost the CDs. Diablo 2 took a really unique lore twist in the fact that you are chasing down yourself from Diablo 1. In Diablo 1, you get you kill Diablo. I mean, I'm going to talk about this. If you don't want to know about how the game works, I mean, it's 20 years old, so we're good. We're good. You kill Diablo, but Diablo, as he dies, apparently he put some sort of parasite in you. When I say you, the hero that killed Diablo. And then in Diablo 2, you are tracking down the old hero that killed Diablo, because for some reason Diablo, your old hero, needs to head a certain direction, and it's because he's gradually succumbing to Diablo spawning in your body again.
Yeah, crystal in the forehead.
Yeah. It's a really cool take that you are chasing down yourself.
That is cool.
Very dark. Very, very dark. Even Diablo 3 was somewhat dark, but it actually seemed a little bit more lighthearted.
Yeah.
Well, even Diablo 2 with the crazy guy in the prison.
Oh, yeah. Well, because that was the guy.
Yeah.
He's the guy that followed the Wanderer.
Yep.
And the Wanderer, when in Diablo 2 they call it the Wanderer, that was your old hero that you were following. Super cool lore. You watch this trailer, it's perfect time for Halloween.
It is perfect time for Halloween.
It's dark.
It's
like
dark.
blood. People die.
And
I'm just saying, people die in the trailer.
And they set up Lilith. So cool. In fact, we're about to see her screenshot, but when she is standing there and they flash to her face and then they pan out and she's standing there and her cape, there's a cape behind her, and her cape is blood of the victims.
It's blood of the victims
that she just killed. And
they used the blood. They used all these people's blood to create a portal to summon her through the portal.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good, man.
It's very dark, but you like that. You like that tone. You think it's matching what you've come to expect.
With a name like Diablo, I don't expect to be fighting butterflies.
Yeah. Watch right there. Oh, I love that shot. That is cool. That is really cool.
Yeah. I'm interested why they chose the name Lilith, because I'm thinking Battlefield I'm thinking Borderlands.
I'm thinking Frasier.
Firehawk.
You're thinking
Frasier's wife.
Frasier.
Which I mean,
Lilith.
Well, I mean, look at all the other names like Deckard Cain, Tyrael, Mathael, Imperius. Lilith.
Diablo.
Can't forget Bob.
Asmodad.
Don't forget Bob.
Yeah, Asmodad. Yeah.
Jordan, let me go to you real quick.
Lilith. Lilith's come to kill us.
Yeah. Don't worry. Lilith's come to kill us all. Jordan, let me go to you. I want to know, what do you think about moving in the direction of open world, taking some stuff from Path of Exiles? You think this is a good move, or would you rather Diablo stick with Diablo more linear?
No, Path of Exile basically is Diablo 2. That's why everybody loves it so much.
Okay.
Just with updated features of the community, the more open world, right? So I mean,
and
plus I think Path of Exile took a lot of Diablo 3 players.
Oh, it 100% did.
So,
and the skill tree in Path of Exile blows my mind.
And
it's during like the infinite skill tree.
During the panel today, they did show a skill tree, which was very cool.
And it wasn't the same art style as a Path of Exile skill tree, but it had the same.
It was like the same principle.
Well, it's just you could choose this, and it paths down like Diablo 2 did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, which is really good. No, I think every change that they've told us about so far, I think is in the right direction. The darkness, the new gameplay features, the social hubs, I like that. I know a lot of people didn't like when Diablo 3 came out, how you had to be online to play. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Well, I think the only reason people didn't like that is because the servers crashed.
Well, when you have a game that's when you can't
Diablo
play
3
for
did
2
not,
weeks.
Diablo 3 did not have a good launch.
No.
It had a bad year.
They
Yeah.
they did say. Maybe we'll probably find out more tomorrow. They did say you could, because they talked about like, oh well, if you go to these community towns or whatever, blah blah. What about the people that want to play by themselves? They did say that you can play by yourselves. I don't know if that means you can be offline and play. I mean, in this day and age, I don't think you really can. I think most games have to check in online anyway.
Yeah.
But no, I think every change they're making, for me at least, is in the right direction, and I
Yeah.
dig the new art style
Yeah.
and the new engine that they're using.
They also said that there will be PvP as well. So,
Yes.
which, by the way, they said that before launch on Diablo 3, but they never actually ended up releasing it because they couldn't figure out balancing.
Yeah.
Lilith,
For a long time.
Lilith is actually a. This is Jim the Stuff guy just sent this to me. The name Lilith is a Hebrew baby name. Sorry, in Hebrew.
Are you muted?
No, you guys were doing really good conversation. I didn't want to interrupt it.
Text
Yeah, I
David.
texted
You
him.
can interrupt us.
Look at
I
this.
know, I just didn't want
Well,
to break
Lilith
it.
means in Hebrew night monster, storm goddess. In Jewish folklore, Lilith was a female demon and the first wife of Adam.
There you go.
Lilith.
Lilith. It
For
sounds
some
like a
reason,
pretty
it
name,
doesn't
but it's
sound
I know.
terrifying.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I could see someone naming their kid Lilith and then finding out.
It's like
later.
saying, guys.
Like,
it's like
oh,
saying, guys. Jacques is here.
Jean.
Jacques is here. He's gonna kill us all. Like, well, Jacques doesn't.
Jean-Louis
scare me.
is
Jean-Louis. Exactly.
What'll be really interesting is this takes place after the events of Diablo 3. So I want to know if we're going to see some old characters, which will be kind of cool if they're going to be in it, or if they're kind of going to go in a new direction, or,
Well, we
or what
thought,
they're doing.
on that initial cinematic, we thought that one of the guys was Tyrael. Right?
Yeah, we at first, and then we realized he wasn't.
And then we realized he wasn't. He was some what is he, like he wanted to learn knowledge.
Yeah, he was
right?
he was a college man.
He was a college grad wanting
Yeah.
to get more education.